Hi, my name is Brooks Hargraves, and I'm going to show you how to use cascading style sheets, or CSS, to style a list of links to act as a navigation bar at the top of the sample website. We're going to start with a list of button names, and using CSS, we're going to style these list items to remove the bullet points and tile them horizontally right underneath the header. We'll apply padding around each of the list items. Style the entire navigation bar with a background color and border, change the color of the links, and lastly, eliminate the underline commonly associated with hyperlinks. Let's get familiar with the HTML code before we start styling the navigation bar. Within the head tags, we see a link to the style sheet. This link tells the HTML document the file name of the external document, some details about the document, that it is a style sheet, written in text, and that this is formatted best to view on a screen, such as your computer monitor. Next, let's look at the location of the navigation bar within the HTML. Here we have a div element with the ID name navigation. Divs are often used to separate and group different elements. In this case, the div contains an unordered list with 7 list items that serve as links. First, we want to style the unordered list element contained within the div named navigation. In the style sheet, we'll address this element specifically by typing pound, the ID name, followed by the specific element, in this case the unordered list. Anything contained within the following brackets will affect the style of the unordered list within the div container with the ID navigation. To remove the bullet points for the unordered list, we'll use the style list style type none, indicating that we do not want any bullet point style applied to this list. Make sure that you put a semicolon at the end of the style declaration. Let's check how this affected the look of the unordered list. Sure enough, the bullet points have disappeared. Next, we want to position each of the individual links horizontally. We'll do this by addressing each list item also within the navigation div by typing pound navigation li. Anything contained within the following brackets will affect the style of the list items within the div container named navigation. In this case, we want to break the list style and have each list item arrange themselves to the left of each other. We'll achieve this by typing float left semicolon. Let's verify what this has done to the links. Great! We have gotten each of the line items styled horizontally. However, this is looking a bit crowded, so we should add some padding around each of the list items. We can achieve this by adding the padding style for the list items, typing padding, 5 pixels, semicolon. This adds 5 pixels of padding between and around each of the list items. Let's add a background color to the entire navigation bar. We'll do this by typing background color underneath the styles for the unordered list. Dreamweaver wants to help out by offering a palette of colors to choose from. We'll choose a dark gray, which is represented by the code #999. Also, we want this background to fill the navigation bar, which will make 33 pixels in height by adding the style height, 33px, semicolon. Let's check this by refreshing the design view. Sure enough, the navigation bar now has a dark gray background color with a height of 33 pixels. But I think the nav bar could fit tighter beneath the header graphic, and I don't want the links indented so much. We can fix these problems easily by styling the unordered list further. The white space on the top and bottom look like they are margins, just like the margins that you see while typing a Word document. They are meant to space things out so that they're easier to read, but in this case we don't want them, so we'll type margin, 0px, semicolon. And we want to remove the padding around the entire list which was causing the links to indent, so we'll type padding, 0px, semicolon. Refreshing the design view shows that we have solved the problem easily by adding these styles to the unordered list. Let's make the links in our navigation bar look and feel more like buttons, which we can achieve by adding a 2-pixel border to each of the list items to separate them from each other. Under the list item styles, we'll add a border style, which we want to be 2 pixels wide, solid, with the color gray. There are other styles other than solid, such as dashed and dotted, but for the sake of this example, we'll just stay with solid. Lastly, we're going to change the look of the links by styling the anchor tag within the list item element. In the navigation div, we'll address the anchor tags and change the color to white, represented by the code #FFF, and remove the underline beneath the links by setting the text decoration to none. So there you have it. We've taken some list items and styled them to look like a navigation bar, all with the power of CSS.